Today on CityCast Philly, it's almost Halloween, and oh no, I don't have a costume picked out yet. Don't worry, the CityCast Philly team is here to help me find the perfect last-minute getup, Philly style. Listen along while we run down the most iconic Philly-themed Halloween costumes that will make everyone at the party laugh, maybe scream, and definitely relate. It's Tuesday, October 24th. I'm Trenae Nuri, and here's what Philly's talking about. Joining me now is lead producer Laura Benchoff and producer Abby Fritz. Hey, y'all.
Happy almost Halloween, Trenae.
Hey, Trenae.
So let's get into some costume ideas. You know, it's the last few days before parties this weekend. What are some creative ways we can do Halloween costumes and make it Philly style?
You could be, very cheap, reusable idea is just be like an alley cat. Everybody's familiar with the feral cats around Philly. So you just need some little cat ears, which you can buy at a Spirit or you can make yourself. Make sure you put some little notches in the ear to show that the cat's been beat up a little bit. You could take like a knee-high black sock and put some hosiery in it, make yourself a little tail, just wear black, paint your face, very easy. Pick some fights that night, you'll be ready to go. So
cat is the easiest Halloween costume.
It's so
you
easy.
can get cat ears anywhere from the dollar store, Claire's, Target, Walmart. You can find a pair of ears all year.
Totally. I'd say that the cheapest costume you could possibly be that's Philly themed would be a SEPTA bus for sure, because you just never show
up.
An
actual bus?
Abby. Secret burns.
I mean,
this is how you're gonna ghost us.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna come to our Halloween party.
Not coming to the Halloween party. I'm gonna be a SEPTA bus.
Great.
Yeah, that's how I say no to parties. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll come as a SEPTA bus. I'm not coming. But you could. I mean, if you wanted to just be the late SEPTA bus, you could maybe get a little cardboard box and do a little paint moment if you're crafty. Mm-hmm. There's ways to do it. Tons of jokes you can make about SEPTA buses all night. I'm sure everybody will have a ball with your SEPTA bus costume if you did it.
Just yell "step down" at people.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you want SEPTA swag, there is actually a SEPTA gift store where you can buy socks and a hat.
Wow. They have merch.
If you want to go the extra mile, there's merch too.
Wow.
Or let's talk about the sports teams. I feel like that's an easier DIY costume, right? If you got a jersey in your closet, whip that out, put that on, and ta-da, you're the player.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, the city is just covered in jerseys right now. Everybody's dressed up because of all of the sports teams that are in postseason or the Eagles are playing. So yeah, definitely repurpose the jersey. One that came to mind for me was Nick Castellanos, the Phillies player, because he's pretty recognizable. He always has the little smear of grease on his cheeks. And he always has his jersey unbuttoned. And that's pretty easy. If you just have a jersey, just put Castellanos on the back, unbutton it, get a little grease on your face, and you can pull it off.
Nice. And if you want a little more of an intense costume, you could always go with classic gritty, fanatic,
yes.
go with the mascots. There's a lot to work with there. Or just be a gritty tweet. I know sometimes people will just get a funny tweet printed out really big and put it on their shirt as a little sign. And gritty has a lot of content for that. So, you can cause some havoc at the Halloween parties this year if you really wanted to.
All right, I want to talk about some other recommendations. Let's talk about some influential Philadelphians and some costumes we can kind of come up with from that.
The first thing that came to mind 100% was the Chicken Man. Someone has to be the Chicken Man. That would be such a fun...
Remind us who the Chicken Man is again,
So
Abby?
The Chicken Man was a guy from Philly who decided he wanted to eat one rotisserie chicken every single day for 30 days and ended up extending it to 40 days. And I think it got national attention. The New York Times did a piece on it. Everybody in Philly knew what was going on, I think, by the end. And the climax of this whole saga was when the Chicken Man decided to host his final rotisserie chicken eating party on the abandoned pier near Walmart. So I think it would be very funny and simple to, just grab a rotisserie chicken for the night. Great if you're drinking too. You have dinner. You're walking around eating your chicken all night. And you could try to dress up like him. He kind of just looks like a dude. But you could also print out maybe his little final flyer. I thought was so funny for his final chicken eating party, where it was like, "Come watch me eat rotisserie chicken." And it's like a picture of him. And then it says like, "This is not a party." Which it very much became a party immediately, of course.
He's also selling T-shirts nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, for $25 each. And the T-shirts say, "This is not a party." It's all white T-shirts with that phrase. It could not get any simpler.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Easy.
Nice.
I think the most expensive part, I guess, would be the T-shirt, and then you have to bring that chicken along with you.
Mm-hmm. Great smell to have lingering around you all night.
I will say, anytime I've had a costume with food or drink involved, people get real grabby at parties. That chicken is not going to last.
Yeah, no.
People will be like, "Can I get a little bit?" No.
You can maybe bring a stuffed chicken then.
You might need a
stuffed
pop
animal.
chicken
Yeah.
in addition to your real chicken. But
I'm pro snacks, but I get it.
okay, so speaking of silly only in Philly costumes, one idea we had was to be a Savesies cone. So for anyone not aware, in Philly, parking is a competitive sport, and people will put something in a spot they want to save. And to make it look really official, sometimes they'll get a construction cone from somewhere and put it in a spot so you don't park there and they have their guaranteed spot. So you could be a Savesies cone, a Savesies chair.
Mm-hmm. So go get a rocking chair and just
go
bring
get
that
a
with
rocking
you.
chair, just cut a hole in the seat, put it over you. No. You could do that though, or a lawn chair. For the Savesies cone, you'd probably just wear all orange, probably sort of maybe you could make something to go around your lower half, like a little skirt, so you're cone shaped, and maybe put something on yourself that says "Don't park here." Yeah, very versatile.
Specifically, just has to look so gnarly and beaten up. This cone has been to hell and back.
This cone's been run over.
Yeah, wherever they get the Savesies cones from, no idea. But there's even definitely cone costumes online if you wanted to be that serious about the Savesies costume.
This is true.
And you could grease it up, get your anger out on it before you put it on, and I think it'll be perfect to be representative of a Savesies cone.
Yeah, you can buy cones on Amazon. I just searched it. And there's plenty of cone costumes.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't be taking
Nice.
anyone's Savesies cone for your costume. It won't go over well.
No.
So, Laura and Abby, I actually have an idea for an animal costume. I think someone could be the emotional support alligator Wally, who's trying to go to the Phillies
he's
game.
famous.
Yes.
Yes, and he hangs out at Love Park sometimes,
Yeah.
right? He gets around.
I feel like every
Would
few
scream.
months, we get that one story where there's an alligator, an emotional support alligator, crocodile, something like that gets found in a basement somewhere in Philly.
Oh my god.
So I think that's a good costume.
Yeah, putting a
I
little
love that idea.
alligator
Just a little
on a
stuffed
leash.
alligator?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or wear your Crocs. All right, I've got some ones from Jersey I feel like we could do. Remember that mystery pounds of pasta they found in the woods?
Oh, yeah. The spaghetti, right? Wasn't it just a pile of spaghetti?
Yeah, you could be some spaghetti. And speaking of
Yes.
Jersey, I think someone could definitely, wear a highway sign of some sort, or some type of sign that says "Welcome to Central Jersey."
Ooh, that would be a controversial costume for the night.
Another local idea you could do is the classic summer Philly pastime of climbing a greased pole. So in the Italian market, there's a pole that men try to climb because at the top there's like money or like meats or cheeses or prizes or whatever. They do it for clout. But you could be this pole. This could look a few different ways. I could envision someone wearing like a sweatsuit and putting little like like men figurines kind of like going up your body.
Yeah.
And then having a hat with the prizes on it. It could be like pin some money on a hat or like put a piece of ham on there or something. Really
Earrings, ham earrings.
interactive ham earrings.
Or make it a couple costume. Someone's the pole.
Oh, that's cute.
And then someone's the fan.
The pole sitter.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you just like kind of jump on them on their back. And
There you go. And
That is a great
that's
Philly
a
couples
great costume. And someone has to carry
beautiful.
around like the lard or whatever, a big thing of butter all night,
Yeah.
Make sure, keep greasing the pole.
What about, okay, this might be the last year you could do this costume, but I feel like in the past, people have been spotted lantern flies.
Yeah, totally.
That's a classic one.
This might be the last year you can pull that one off because they're starting to fade. They're starting to fade.
We're killing them.
They are, but I've seen some more recently. Maybe just in my neighborhood, they came late this year. I was like, okay, I still see your little gray wings.
I've noticed more. Definitely not as much as like last year though, for sure even. But yeah, no, that's a very DIY-able costume too. You can get like you can either like just cardboard paint or you could get like wings and like paint the classic on it. So it's versatile in that way. Yeah.
Okay. What about politicians?
An easy one would be Senator Fetterman, right?
Yes.
John Fetterman, and his whole look is part of his thing, right? He's this tall guy with the tattoos, very recognizable tattoos, and he wears shorts and a hoodie everywhere. And so if you just like drew on some of his recognizable tattoos and wore shorts and a hoodie and like kind of like glared around at people, you could be like, I'm Senator Fetterman.
Glared around.
And it would be successful. I mean, I don't know. That's sort of he's the outsider. He's like dressing like the outsider politician. So he's very recognizable in that way.
Totally.
Okay. So we gotta. I'm trying to think of ones that you can do with a group of friends, a couple. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got a good couple one. I think this has definitely been something people do before, but you could be a citywide as a couple. Someone could be
Okay,
the
explain
PBR. Yeah, so a citywide is a cheap beer paired with a whiskey, generally speaking, and it's like a special in Philly. And everybody loves a good PBR. The first citywide special was hosted at Bob and Barbara's a while ago, which is pretty cool. I went there last week and it was a fun spot. But you could potentially a couple, bestie, whatever you want to do, could be a PBR. Or like some sort of cheap beer. You can get the shirt or shirt merch, something like that, or you can like write it on yourself on your forehead, carry one around all night, easy stuff. And then the other person could be a shot, and you can pick a whiskey that speaks to you and be a PBR together. You just have to stay together all night to make sure that your citywide is complete. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Another couple's costume, although celebrity news changes really fast, so who knows, would be Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Obviously, sort of Philly specific, but she's got a lot of really iconic looks. Or you could just be the look of her with the red lipstick and the Chiefs gear at his.
Oh, we're going to definitely see a lot of
field
people pull that off. Yeah, that's a
I
good
would think
one.
so. Although, would you want to be walking around in Philly in Chiefs gear? Is
That's
a question.
what I was going to say. I was like,
but
I don't know if I would spend the money.
people
on
might
that.
get it. I know that's true. I would. You would just DIY it. Get a blonde
Yeah.
wig. Call it a
Throw
day.
it away.
Yes. Make it clear that you did not actually give the franchise any money.
You put a
Yeah.
disclaimer on the back of the jersey.
You
This
could
was
be the
found.
whole
Yeah.
Kelsey
Wait.
family. Someone could
That
be
is
Jason.
true.
Someone could be Mom. And then Taylor and Travis.
Wow. Family reunion in Philly for
Yeah.
Halloween.
I was thinking also, these are fun ones, right? Fun, classic. I've seen this done before. The cast of Fresh Prince, paying
Nice.
homage
that's
to
right.
like Will Smith, and that's a good, easy. You can find you can find some 90s stuff real fast.
Mhm.
And then also the cast of Abbott Elementary. I feel like that is it's such a variety of ideas that you could do.
There's a lot of content
That's so
there.
true.
And they all dress pretty normally too, so you could like dress pretty normally. Maybe someone has like the red wig. And then maybe you make like the lanyards with their photos on it, and you can be like, yeah, them.
That's a good idea.
But you gotta get a Janine teacher sweater.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
is like so important.
necessary.
Because they're always ribbing on her about her
Yes.
clothes,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's like a kind of like ugly cardigan and a belt.
Teacher fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a t-shirt.
They
fit,
also
exactly.
did have a Halloween episode too where they all dressed up. So you could potentially dress up as their costumes
meta.
as well.
That is
it's
really deep.
This
Abby.
is
That's
deep.
Yeah, that's
But their
deep.
costumes are kind of good. So
And also, don't forget the classic Elmo, classic Philly Elmo, who pops up at a protest
Amen.
or a burning
He just walks around. Yeah.
like junkyard. Elmo has popped up.
Elmo appears.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see him out just like playing in the street sometimes. I don't know if it's like a fundraiser or whatever, but just kind of making laps around the neighborhood.
All right, we're gonna have so much fun. I still don't know which one I'm gonna pick, but you guys have to stay tuned. That was our lead producer, Laura Benchoff, and producer, Abby Fritz. Thank you so much for all these ideas and helping me plan my Halloween outfit for this year.
Absolutely. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, glad to do it. Look forward to the pictures.
That's all for today here on CityCast Philly. If you enjoyed this episode about last-minute Philly costume ideas, tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Philly, to learn more about what else Philly's talking about. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye.
I really wanted to be Uncle Fester. And I was trying to convince my friends to be other Addams Family people so I could get a bald cap. But no one else wanted to do it with me. So next year, I will bully more
What?
people. I want to put a bald cap on so bad.
Well, tag along with us, Abby. We're going to be Addams Family.
I'll be Uncle Fester.